Ghost of Tsushima is the latest game from Sucker Punch, the same developers who have made the Infamous series and the Sly Cooper games. It is an open-world action game where you play as Jin Sakai, a samurai warrior who has to defend and take back the island of Tsushima from the Mongolian conquerors. The graphics is the most artistically beautiful I have ever seen on the PS4, with blue nights, clear days, and orange dawns. It truly captures the beauty and elegance of Japan, and its architecture with many leaves flowing in the wind as you travel across its world, coupled with an amazing soundtrack and sound design that immerses you into the world. There are main story missions that follow Jin's journey throughout Tsushima, and then there are Tales of Tsushima and Mythic Tales, which are the side missions of the game. Tales of Tsushima are side quests that range from simple mini-missions and missions that feature a linked subplot storyline that you can explore more to delve deep into the lore of the side characters that accompany Jin. Mythic Tales are more unique side missions which can grant you special abilities and gear. You can also have some random encounters that is similar to that of Red Dead Redemption 2. You can also find other stuff to collect, from fox dens that you follow to a shrine to increase the amount of charms you can equip, to hot springs that you can rest in and to increase your maximal health. The game is open to you to explore after the main prologue. There are no waypoints or the minimap on screen. The only way to navigate to your marker is through looking at where the wind is blowing, and this is actually a really cool and immersive feature in the game, as it pulls you in to the experience and encourages more exploration rather than moving from one point to another. You can, however, fast travel to areas such as villages and certain completed collectibles. Not all collectibles and side missions are on the map instantly, as some are discovered by speaking to the local NPCs that can help you by marking it on the map. You can traverse the world in many ways. By a horse that you can name and customize, you can climb up to most surfaces and buildings, and you can utilize a grappling hook to swing to another platform that otherwise might be unreachable. You can play this game in two playstyles. The first is the Ghost playstyle, where you sneak and assassinate targets by the shadows or luring them to a location with your winch chime or firecracker. There is also a chain assassination ability similar to that of the fear takedowns from Arkham Knight. The second playstyle is the Honorable Samurai, where you face your enemies head on by challenging the first one to a standoff. Once it's done, you will engage in combat. Use the square button for your fast attacks and triangle for the strong attacks that usually staggers your enemies. There are also multiple stances you can choose, from the stone stance, water stance, wind stance, and the moon stance, with each of them are useful against certain enemies. The combat can be very challenging if you just attack all the time, as the game promotes blocking, parrying, and dodging many of the enemy's attacks in order to win most of the battles. Once you level up your character, you can earn technique points which you can upgrade your character's abilities. Most of the gear you have in the game are cosmetic, except for the armor, which can be for very specific occasions like exploration, stealth, and combat. You can also upgrade your gear with many items you can find in the world. Upgrading them will grant you better damage, fast assassinations, and armor-specific buffs. You can also play the game in Kurosawa mode, where everything looks and sounds like an old Japanese film with black and white filter and Japanese voiceover. And if you have a PS4 Pro, you either have the option of playing at more consistent frame rate or a higher resolution mode. The game also features a photo mode, which is the most impressive one compared to other games. And with that, Ghost of Tsushima is a beautiful game with a great story and more than 40 hours of gameplay content. And that's why I give Ghost of Tsushima a 9.5 out of 10 and on the list for one of the best games I played in 2020.